back on Morning Movers. The biggest item on this week's calendar, NVIDIA earnings on Wednesday. It's not the only heavyweight reporting. We get quarterly results from CrowdStrike. Those are due Wednesday afternoon as well. Analysts are expecting earnings to come in at 83 cents per share on an adjusted basis on revenue of $1.15 billion. Keep in mind, shares of CrowdStrike are up more than 20% this year and nearly 60% over the last 12 months. Time now for Options Corner. Joining us to take a deeper look at CrowdStrike is Rick Ducat, lead market technician. All right, let's talk about this chart, Rick. What a difference a year makes.
Certainly, yes. It seems like everything just kind of got wiped away. Traders can have a pretty short memory if you're doing well. But it is a big week for tech earnings. We got NVIDIA, CrowdStrike, also Snowflake, Okta, Dell, HPQ. So quite a bit going on despite the slow earnings start over today and tomorrow here. But you can see, obviously, CrowdStrike significantly outperforming not only its own technology sector, but also the broader market. If we were to look a little more specifically at the cybersecurity arena here, we can see the hack ETF here that kind of focuses on this area here, up about 11.6% year to date here. CrowdStrike outperforming. Zscaler actually doing the best of all here, up about 50% here. And Palo Alto and Fortinet are the laggards here. So tech is always a sector that has some big winners and losers. It's a sector of extremes sometimes here. So this one is an interesting one to consider here, because when we look at CrowdStrike on a 1 year chart here, our candle chart, we can see that we topped out here near 518. That was our high point during the past year. From there, we have fallen. We are sinking in a falling wedge type shape here. 410, our green line, an area of support based on some old highs and lows there. And we also have our volume node near about 430 to consider to the upside. 455 as well was another significant upside boundary.
Okay, so 455. Did you say 450 or 455? What's an upside boundary there? Okay, 455. All right, so Rick, what's the approach for an example trade that you would take, especially ahead of the earnings coming up?
Yeah, if you were considering some kind of earnings trade example here, here's our expected move for the end of the week, plus minus 8.6% based on our mark price there. One trade you could consider if you had a more neutral to bullish outlook and considering that 410 supportive area would be a put vertical here. -1 August 29th, 410, 405 put vertical at a $2 credit here. So looking to get that max profit of $200 if the stock does push to the upside here. Max loss would be $300 here. So this would be a bit closer. Some people like to do this type of trade significantly lower than the mark price here to kind of have a more safer trade. This would be one where we are within the boundary of that expected move here. We said our expected move was about 36.50, 8.6% or so. So our break even here would be about 408. That's about 3.4% to the downside here. So this one would not be a sure thing, of course, but it would take advantage of that higher implied volatility, the higher premiums as we head into earnings for this name here. So we can also see here that if we were to consider that general expected move area, 386 would be quite a bit lower here, but we would be hoping for that low point near about 410 to hold on there. We can see that for that one, that was an area where we saw a recent low here. That would be what the bulls would hope to hang on to here. So if we were to also look, we can see our shaded area here that that's kind of a visualization as well of how we might look at our expected move area there too. So we can see that we kind of top out here to the upside, mostly our max profit area there.
All right, thank you, Rick. That's an example trade there for CrowdStrike.